developed everything on
and castle.
Yeah, exactly. Knight queen out, knight c6, a long castle happened. So he's...
I don't know, for some reason it seems like black has a wonderful position.
Yeah, he's getting a Nakamura position. Yeah, where he has chances to find the counterplays, not like he's tied on to some horrible defense.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys, that match reminds me a little bit of the match that Nakamura had against Sinarov in Weissenhaus.
Yes.
Because also there in the match, the classical match there was of course longer, he was shorter, it felt like he didn't put it away. And he could have put it away, he won with black, he had the white pieces, it was a symmetrical position, it was equal, and then it went to tie breaks against Sindarov, and there he also lost the thread and lost the first game. Then he had chance in the second game, but ultimately couldn't convert.
But there he was always outplaying Sindarov. But here,
that is a bit different.
Many times on the defensive side against Levon. Yeah, he's about to save it all, but finally he gets a game. Yeah, this is why we were so unhappy with his choice, that he was trying to shut down the second game with white. Yeah, I asked you the question, b takes c6, because we know from our experience that such decisions can backfire. Of course, not necessarily, but you are really playing with the fire by playing safe.
Well, here he has a fantastic position. Right now, d4 comes to mind first, but it's not possible because bishop can't take it, and knight and e1 rook is going to be hanging. So that's why I guess Aronian plays c3 to be able to play d4. Also, maybe developing with knight a3, not so
but
nice.
Okay, will he be able to develop? Because one time you asked me the question that who is better developed? Well, if we ask this question here, then we see that in order to castle for white, he needs to move the knight, he needs to move the queen, and only then he can castle. These are 3 moves.
But it looks an awful position for white. What about knight c6 to e5? Pointing out the d3 weakness.
It's
maybe
horrible.
d4 then?
Knight c4.
I'm even
Bishop
afraid to
somewhere,
ask
bishop h6.
Nicholas, because if we ask Nicholas to please also ask a computer, I don't think white will survive this.
Well, yeah, the computer is not
so upset?
to check for bishop g5.
Yeah,
so
that's what I wanted to
this
do.
Yeah,
is,
but okay, this we give.
Well,
no,
Peter
you don't have
gives
to give,
all
you
the
just
participants exchange.
You can just play the knight to
Nice,
e7.
yeah, but okay, this is not a concern.
You would just sacrifice their exchange again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Of course, and then d5, Vamos made to checkmate.
Yeah, but no need. But a big moment for Nakamura, who's taking his time here to find the
Maybe
right
he
way
wants to
forward.
put d5.
d5 is also interesting. It's the
D5,
second
yes.
best, but f5 is clearly best. It's the only move which gives black a clear advantage.
Because, for example, after d5, ed5, what do you do?
ed5.
ed5, then d4.
Yeah, well, it gets more stability. Yeah?
Yes, I was maybe thinking like
I
ed,
don't
rook,
know.
d5.
Knight takes d4.
Yeah, okay. E6?
G7, D7, G7, knight G4.
Yeah, now okay.
What about knight G4?
Yeah, Hikaru just cannot believe. Knight G4, look at one check maybe. I still have. King E6 back.
Knight D5, D7, G7.
Yeah, Hikaru just
I'd be worried here of black.
Unbelievable, he had such a great chance.
Levon continues his success story, it seems.
Yeah, no, there are already no good moves for black.
King B7 is not looking like a winning attempt.
It's a nervous move, yeah, just...
Okay, he has to play on, right? It
Yes.
was against knight D5 check, I believe. Knight D5 comes anyway.
Rook E1 check, King F7, look at from King E6. Yeah, now already E7 will be a big threat.
Yeah, too many pawns. Too many passed pawns.
Yeah, nothing to be done.
Maybe he goes King C8.
Yeah, maybe King C8, yeah, only move 2. But then Knight
Knight
E7
E7,
check. Yeah.
knight C6, yeah.
No, you cannot even, yeah, he has to repeat. Down to 6 seconds. There's nothing else than to repeat. Otherwise he loses. Heartbreaking. Really heartbreaking because he had the chance to fight back. Because King C8 and a Knight E7 check. He will lose it.
Ah, he says
Ah,
3-4.
Knight E5, 3-4.
At this point he's actually winning if he goes bishop B5, but not that it matters.
Levon old school, taking care of everything. Yeah,
Hikaru knows that's it.
Well,
That is
regardless
the third
whether it's
time.
3-4 drop
Yes,
position
it
or
doesn't
not.
even matter.
Interesting that they didn't stop the clock, or what's going on?
No, he did stop the clock, I think. Yeah, someone didn't transmit. Hikaru won the exchange and looked like way on his win. On his, looked on his way to win.
No, what is this?
No, he did not win, it was a draw.
It was a draw.
You can listen them.